So you saw in your practice hundreds of people coming to you with this toxic workplace and then the effect that that's having on their mental well-being and whatnot. So that was the impetus, something like that.
Well, it goes further than that, because the funny thing is that the effect on the organization is devastating too. It costs them huge amounts of money. It's bad for their bottom line. It's bad for the people who are left over in that organization, that they have to do more work with less people, less talented people. So on all fronts, it's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned that this is not the way forward.
And so, what is the dream? And I'm saying this again because you said in an ideal world, we would have, people would come home happy from work or something to that effect.
Exactly.
And Marcus, cast the vision here with clarity so that somebody listening or watching understands what you mean by, like, what are some of the measures that we're going to know that we're moving in that direction? And what are some quantifiable things that you want to have happen for you?
Well, the vision you can look at from different perspectives. The vision I see for what I would want an organization to see in their metrics is literally less absenteeism, less staff turnover, and just more productivity. And those are very measurable metrics.
And so
yes.
I'm sorry, when you typically work with a business, is that your customer? Like, you work with the organization and you're trying to help them increase that. And so again, it is about less absenteeism, more, say it
Yes.
again.
Yes, less absenteeism, less staff turnover. So, people who leave the company. So it's all about staff retention, keeping your talent, making sure that the money you spent on hiring them is actually worthwhile.
And how long does it typically take you to impact that kind of change in an organization with what it is that you practice and teach?
My experience is that 1 year is the time that it takes before you start seeing results, but the best results come after 2 to 3 years. Because what we're talking about is a change in culture. We're not talking about just a little tweak.
That's like the marshmallow test, man. That's like, you got to have some patience. So you're saying that you need to plant seeds to shift that culture. So is that the typical engagement for you then? Would someone, the best situation is to implement and execute what you recommend for at least 12 months or more, and then to see the impact.
Exactly. And start top down. Because nobody at the bottom is going to do what you're telling them to do unless they see what's happening on the top is the same.
Okay, so then let's pivot this. So if I understand you correctly, you have a dream of having every employee, the people basically enjoying their workspace and not coming home dead to the world. And